Excuse my grammar mistakes as well. English is my second language. Now onto the story. The cast. M. Karen, obviously. Ek, her brat. M. My mom. Me, well, me. Think back to the summer of 2018, the year this story occurred. My mom and I were home alone, because the rest of our family was either working or at school. We are sitting in our kitchen and chatting a bit, while my cute but dog is outside in the garden napping under some trees. We can watch her through our kitchen window that offers the perfect view into our garden. Said garden is quite big. We have a miniature greenhouse, a lot of plants and flowers, fruit trees etc. And in the far back is a big trampoline, a sandbox and 2 swings. We live at the main street of our suburb, so a lot of people pass by over the day. Our backyard is not only cut off by a gate, but the garden is also separated from the parking space for our cars through tall bushes. You can barely see the garden outside of the property and you're only able to see one of the swings at a specific angle. The gate was closed when the story happened. So, my mom and I are just talking, when suddenly my dog appears next to me, very much frightened. Trying to calm her down, I sit on the floor and cuddle her, wondering what scared her so much that she fled the garden. You have to know she's very easily scared. She never barks and doesn't attack in situations of danger. She runs. So obviously something must have happened, and it wasn't the neighbor's cat for sure. While I'm on floor level, my mom has a perfect view into the garden and suddenly says, "What the actual F?" I stand up and look outside as well, only to see a woman and her daughter I've never seen before in my life stand in the middle of our garden. My mom and I decide to confront her, obviously, and go outside. My sweet pup follows us, ready to protect us, even though she is scared to death. I love her, and I would die for her. NGL. M. Excuse me, what are you doing here? M. Ek just wanted to play, and I need to relax for a bit. This playground is just perfect for her. She sits down on one of our outside stools. M. I'm sorry, what? This is private property. My family lives here. This is our private garden. You can't be here. M. Don't be silly. This is public space. She literally closed her eyes and faced the sun after that. I'll never forget that. M. You are literally trespassing. I want you and your daughter to leave right now. M. Opens her eyes again. Don't lie to me. I'm not stupid. Me. Okay miss, we are giving you a minute to collect your kid and leave our garden or we're calling the cops on you. You're committing a crime. Please get your daughter and leave. M. What the F? Are you people stupid or something? My daughter just wants to play and she's not breaking anything. Me. I was really pissed at that point. Fine, leave our garden or I will sue the crap out of you. She had the audacity to roll her eyes at me. My mom and I just look at each other and she takes out her phone to call the police. Karen sees this and suddenly gets up really fast. M. Okay, we are leaving. Calls for Ek. Fine whores, you stuck up beaches. We decide to ignore the swearing and just watch her kid walking over to her with a shovel in her hand. My mom still has the phone in her hand, ready to call Ek, but mom, I want to play. M. I know, but those bad people don't want us here. They're really mean to us, so we have to leave. Ek, but moo my. Ek just cries out mommy for a solid minute while the M is taking her time getting ready to leave our garden. Now, remember that my sweet angel dog was still next to me, scared but ready to protect my ass. Suddenly, that effing entitled brat just stops crying, looks at my dog and throws the effing shovel at my dog and actually hits her hard. That thing being made out of metal must have hurt like hell and my dog cries out in pain. Ek hit her at the head neck. I pick her up as fast as I can, basically screaming at the kid that she just willingly hurt a living and feeling animal, while my mom doesn't even wait for a second and calls the police. Emma's yelling at us that she and her brat didn't do anything wrong and that was our own fault, that she's ready to leave etc. while actually trying to leave, but since there is only one exit out of the garden, because our high bushes block the rest, my mom simply blocks it. I'm calling my brother at the same time to come home as soon as possible to go to the vet with our pup. My brother and the police arrive at the same time, and while he takes my angel away I stay with my mom. M is still yelling, and Ek is crying again. F that kid honestly, and M, being a true Karen, tries to blame us, but since she's obviously not where she's supposed to be and she's fighting back, she hit one of the cops in the face. She finds herself in cuffs pretty quick. In the end M got convicted, is that the correct term LMAO, for trespassing and assault of an officer, but because her little crap attacked my dog they got away with that. I don't know the medical terms, but my dog's neck was hurt and she was on medication for some time, but the worst thing is that she is now scared of little brunette girls because the brat looked like that and she avoids the garden if someone is playing with the shovels. To this day, I still ask myself how the heck a person can even think that our garden is a public playground. You can barely see it from outside the property. Like. So yeah, shout out the M and Ek that hurt my dog and gave her a fear for life. Genuinely go F yourself. I'm in the UK. The legal alcohol drinking age is 18 here. I work in an extremely busy pub that sells drinks to take away, an especially popular option in the summer. When this story happened, me female, late 20s. Entitled mother, M, and kid come in at the busy bar. I clocked them. When they walked in, kid looks around 15 yo. At the point where she is ordering her drinks to take away, the kid is outside. She orders a pint of scrumpy, strong, still, traditional sea idea, and a Coke without saying a word, dispassionately prodding the signage with her manicured finger without even registering my existence. I repeat her order back to her, pour her drinks, and tell her how much. She ignores my offered hand and drops a note and a pile of coins on the bar barely within awkward reach. I politely ask her if she wouldn't mind putting the coins in my hand. She ignores me and says keep the change and walks out. After she leaves I awkwardly pretzel myself round many ale pumps to fumblingly pick up the coins from the bar, count them out, finish the transaction in the till and pop the extra 5p in the tips jar. Then go on to serve the next customer. A few minutes later I'm aware of her beckoning me from over at the no service end of the bar, holding the pint of scrumpy. I make eye contact and give her a nod, then turn to finish serving the customer I have just poured a drink for. M. From across the room, excuse me, hang on 1 minute please, I'm just serving this man. M. Excuse me, I finished serving the man. Me, is everything okay? M. Thrusting the pint into my hands. This sea idea is completely flat. Me. Oh, sorry for the confusion, but it's a traditional scrumpy and it's meant to be FL. M. Interrupting. Patronizingly, I know what sea idea is supposed to be like. This is flat. I want you to pour another one in a fresh glass. And put some life in this one. Me. Can I suggest you might want to try a different sea idea? We have a hard sea idea on keg. That might be more what you were expecting. M. I ordered what I wanted. What I was expecting was that you might know how to pour a pint. Do you want to try again, or shall I ask him to pour it for me? She points at my male colleague. Me. Excuse me? M. My son barely had a sip of that, and he won't even drink it. Me. Shocked now. You gave that to your kid. M. Sputtering a little. Yeah, well, he's over 18. Me. Is he? I had seen him. He certainly did not look a day over 15. M must have noticed at this point that she was onto a loser, because the next thing you know she's gesturing towards the pint of scrumpy still in my hands. M. Oh just give it back, I don't have time for this. Me. I'm sorry but I can't do that. M. I have paid for that. I get the money, plus a 5p tip, from the till, and extend it towards her. She won't take it. M. I want the drink I paid for. Me. If you can come in with your son and a valid photo ID proving he is of late. M. Bits of spit flying. He is my son, he doesn't need an ID. I'm with him. I'm his mother. Me. Sorry but it's the law. Please take your money, I don't want an argument. M. Fine, it's for me. I place the C idea on the back bar out of her reach, close my eyes, and take a deep breath. 3, 2. M. I want to speak to your manager. Yup, there it is. I haven't even opened my mouth to tell her that I'm the manager before she is striding over to my male college who has clearly been rubbernecking while serving customers and cannot wait to get involved. M. I need to complain about your employee. She has no customer service skills and clearly doesn't know how to pour a pint. Can barely keep a straight face. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll make sure she's fired immediately. M. Now you'll pour a decent pint, won't you? Co. No, my pints are crap. M. Shocked. What? Co. Not gonna do it. 8% Scrumpy isn't the best gateway alcohol for kids, by the way. Just saying. M sputters and storms out, muttering something about leaving a bad online review. I turn to Co and say his name reprimandingly. Me. Co. You should not have said that. Co. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Me. You shouldn't have said your pints are crap. You pour a lovely pint. So my dad's birthday was yesterday, and I thought I would tell you about how even death isn't off limits from entitled parents. So my sister and I were taken away from my parents when I was like 7. My parents never showed me any love, so I didn't love them back. I had seen my dad for years. When I got the news he died, I didn't care. I hadn't seen him since I was 7 and most time forgot he existed. Well, he died when I was a teen and my nana made me attend the funeral. She had to tell her boss, the principal, she need a sub for her class and that she was taking me out of class for the funeral. Since nobody in that place can keep their mouths shut, suddenly everyone knew my dad had died. They expected me to be sobbing all the time, and it drove them up the wall. I wasn't. So they kept trying to get me to cry over him, telling me how much I must miss him and how great a guy he was, how I must love him because he's my dad, and why wasn't I upset? They even took to calling me at home trying to get me to sob over him. They kept this up for weeks before they realized I wasn't going to give them the satisfaction of acting the way they wanted. Sorry if it very entitled, but they were all parents who kept trying to get me to be upset. The single or childless people didn't care. Thank you for watching. Slap that like button and comment your opinion on these stories below. I'm waiting. Write that comment. Seriously. Have you written it yet? If you don't comment, you make a bunny cry somewhere. You're not that kind of person. I know. Anyways, peace out and catch you tomorrow.